everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I'm an acting and performance coach, and today we are jumping back into some more Lara Fabian, Bambina. I have no idea, never seen it. This is a big request from my folks over on Patreon, so I'm going to jump into this one now. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check out the description for all my social media links, including a link to the Discord, the Patreon, where you can get more videos just like this one, faster, more often, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoy it. So we must be near the end of the concert. Generally, that's when the flowers happen. Oh, it's a Tweety bird! Ah! I'm sorry, that made me really excited. It wasn't flowers. I was expecting flowers. It was beautiful. That's great. That's amazing. Is that a Bugs Bunny?
Attends, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Reste.
It's an elephant.
Non. Chut, tais-toi.
I have heard her use that voice before. Just sort of randomly. It's some of the most adorable thing.
C'est pas Titi,
Qu'est-ce
c'est
que tu
moi.
dis? Quoi?
Lara.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis?
Je dis qu'il faudrait enchaîner.
I wish I could understand.
C'est toi le pelle kiwi. Ah, laisse-moi tranquille. Qu'est-ce que tu dis, toi?
Titi ou moi? Moi, je dis qu'il faudrait enchaîner le morceau suivant.
Ah, il me saoule. C'est pas vrai, là.
Is there anything this woman cannot do?
Non. Ici, tu sais ce que c'est ici? Et puis moi, de toute façon, si tu veux... Donc... Non, puis tu sais ce que c'est ici? C'est mon spectacle. Et moi, je fais squash, moi.
Ok. Et tu veux pas enchaîner alors?
Ok. Et moi, je fais squash, c'est parce que c'est mon spectacle. Et tu vas pas m'embêter parce que Titi, moi, il a pignon, on avait des choses à se dire. C'est comme ça. Et puis tu m'embêtes, on dirait ma mère.
Ok, ben si je t'embête Lara, je m'en vais.
Tiens, je retrouve un autre jeu. Tiens, prends des nounours.
Oh.
Et comme ça, tu restes, ok?
Oh.
Gentil, manipule-toi. Ouais, parce que... Mais sérieux, mais... Si jamais je continue, après, c'est lui qui va le dire à ma mère.
I'll go back just a tick, just so I can capture all of the music at once. But it blows me away. Anybody out there who doesn't know this, in fact, there's probably like 98% of people out there who might see this video probably don't know this. But when you're studying, there are actual like academic exercises when you're studying different types of movement, characterization in various acting programs where this would happen. This is the kind of thing. Acting school is weird, man. When you're going to school for acting, you find yourselves in tons of very strange situations with a lot of people doing very strange things. And this is kind of one of them. There are instances where you might act, move and speak with the characteristics or what you would assume the characteristics would be of a certain animal, other people, and children. There's one of the biggest benefits to this kind of thing, and one of the reasons I find it so sort of impressive is because one of the biggest benefits to adapting your movement and your speech to emulate that of a child is that it requires a certain freedom. It requires a certain sort of abandon, and it requires you to be less self-conscious, less self-aware, and allow yourself to be silly or to be foolish. And that's a big step when you're trying to pursue a career such as acting or anything like that, performance. It's important to not always take yourself too seriously, to be able to be silly, to play. And that's one of the things that exercises like that do. But the thing is, it's not all that easy. I think that you'll find that if you will sit yourself in a room full of strangers, that you will find some, or most people will find some mental resistance to suddenly acting out as a child. It's difficult. People do that kind of thing all the time amongst like their closest friends or family, people that they're very comfortable around. But to do it in a room full of strangers, let alone an entire auditorium full of strangers, is very difficult. So I just found it impressive, the level of freedom she has. And then knowing too that she did have some struggles, or does have some struggles with her self-image, with her self-confidence, that just adds to the level of impressed that I am. So that's all. I just wanted to say that. She's adorable, right? She just took it back. Yeah.
Rien qu'un petit espace,
Beautiful.
toute petite trace, un petit mal qui reste, tout ce que tu détestes. Je prends
Is that childlike quality again?
place, d'un trait de larmes j'efface les souvenirs terrestres qui traînent dans ma veste. Bambina, tu me manques, les photos qui me hantent sont des parfums de rue où je ne vais plus. De ta peur.
I mean, there are those scenes in like old animated films, not so much anymore, but in like, old 1990s, early 90s, mid 90s animated films, back when they were still doing like hand-drawn 2D animation. When you would get that scene where the nanny or the big sister, or maybe the struggling mother, or even the child themselves would have this moment, have this song, and it would be late at night, and they would be facing some struggle, or like expressing some dream that they have. And it's such a tender moment, and the moon would be huge in the sky, and the stars would be bright, and they'd be holding their stuffed animal or their blanket, or maybe a photo of someone that they lost and they love, and those are just moments they're just warm, and they sort of just like surround you, right, and fill you with this sense of anything's possible. Things may be hard, but anything can happen. Anything could be just around the corner. That one thing that I'm wanting, those dreams that I've been having, whatever that thing is, it's right there, just out of reach. All I have to do is take the next step. And it's just something so encouraging about those scenes. They can be incredibly sad or incredibly joyful, but either way, they have that element of a childlike hope. That's what I felt listening to that first half of that song, that little piece. I got a little distracted for a second. I'm sorry. I'm using a brand new setup again, trying to get things to work properly. My old equipment was equipment that was in the fire. It apparently is having a hard time, so I had to do like a software workaround, sort of a cheap way to make things happen, and I'm nervous that it's not working properly, but we'll see when I go to edit this, right? Regardless, that's what I felt. It was beautiful. There's that small quality again, childlike.
Je parle de nous tout bas, et quand ça les fait rire, moi ça me déchire, car ta apparence, tu vois, je
harmonies.
Reviens, j'ai mal au ventre. Bambina, dans ce corps, j'ai ton cœur qui bat, ton cœur qui bat. Je t'attends.
Lovely change.
Dans la rue, où l'autobus ne passe plus. Je chante à tue-tête, tu verras, on a la même
I keep trying to stop it, but it just keeps going and it keeps coming and hitting me. And man, the chills are everywhere. Let me see. What do I know about this? What do I know about Lara? So this is what I can say about her in this moment. I have never listened to another singer in my entire life who could intentionally and deliberately, with all the training and the knowledge that she has about singing, about performing in her body, make her sound, her voice, so small, as small as possible, tender, fragile, small, and yet somehow be just as powerful as when she's belting. I've never seen anybody do it before. I've never experienced that before. This isn't the first time I've seen her do it. It's the first time I've seen her essentially do an entire song that way. And it's really striking me. Beyond that, I mean, there's not much else to say. Her commitment to a character. A lot of people, there are a lot of people out there that you can find on stage doing things, doing performances and whatnot, who are good at giving you very dramatic moments, or good at giving you sorrow or anger. They have like a niche. They have a particular trick that they can do, and they do really well. And they do it like the best. But then if you ask them to do something opposite of that, or you ask them to do something different, then they're average or they're okay. It's fine. And that's actually the majority of people who perform anywhere, theater, Broadway, Hollywood, it doesn't matter. The majority of people who do that kind of work have their certain areas where they're really good, and then the rest of it, they're okay. They're just a entertaining person in general. Lara continues to prove to me that there is not an area of the human emotion spectrum that she cannot navigate, and she does so masterfully. I'm watching her and I'm thinking, wow, it doesn't matter if she's belting out tear-jerking chords in Je suis malade, if she's sort of writhing on a chair in tango, or if she's sitting with a Tweety bird, giving you the most sincere and gentle performance that I've ever seen. She can just do that. She commits to whatever role she's playing, whatever emotional state is required by the piece. She just commits. That, my friends, is incredibly impressive.
Bambina, dans ce corps, j'ai ton cœur qui bat. Bambina, si vivante, reviens. J'ai mal au ventre. Bambina, dans ce corps, j'ai ton cœur qui bat. Rien qu'un petit espace, une toute petite trace.
Okay. Well, I think I said everything I needed to say during the performance on that one. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, there's a part of me that's actually a little bit awestruck with it. I can't help it. I just feel a little bit like sat down. Like I feel like it's sort of something you experience and then you just shut up, right? You experience it and then you just let it exist in you, right? It almost feels like that's one of those performances. If I was an actual critic, right, it would feel sacrilegious to tear it apart, like to pick at it and try to find even positive things to say other than general sweeping statements about how beautiful it was. So I'm just going to leave it there. If you're watching on YouTube again, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I just smacked my mic. Check out the description for all my social media links that I'm never, ever engaged with, and for a link to the Patreon, the Discord, the Buy Me a Coffee stuff, those things. All that being said, thank you so much for suggesting this one. It was beautiful. It really was beautiful. Please remember to always be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.